A bunch of them.
Hi, everyone. Ann Butler here, along with my creative girlfriend, Lisa Rojas, and business partner. We are Bella Crafts Publishing, and we are so happy to be back after the holidays.
Yes.
Happy New Year to all of you.
I know, right?
I know.
A whole new year. Christmas just flew by. Just flew. It was like wow.
Everything flies by.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's one of the things you hate about getting old.
I know.
You notice I only mentioned one of the things that you hated about getting old. There's a whole bunch.
Well, you know.
But it's
but we're alive.
Above ground is better than below ground. So I'm good with whatever.
This is true. We are so happy to be back doing another Facebook Live. We have missed you guys.
Yes.
Yes.
I really have. I miss doing these when we're taking some time.
I know, right? I'm going to just find us on my page. There we go.
Okay.
Hi, Rebecca. Been putting Christmas decorations away a little each day. Sad.
I know. I still have my little tree up because I just don't want to put it away yet.
We got everything taken down on Monday.
Hi, Linda.
But and I packaged everything, but I had my husband put it all in the basement because I want to clean out the closet it's in. Because I have several totes of things that we don't use anymore. So I need to clean some stuff out.
Richie and I have been doing that the last probably 3 or 4 years. You know, we'll bring the storage box in, go through.
I take pictures, send to my kids who wants it.
Yeah.
When nobody answers, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I had that. I was telling everybody last time before we left, I had that big, huge village, that took up like 5 totes just for that thing.
Yep.
And it was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
My village.
I know, me too. But
hi, Linda, Beatrice.
Hi, Beatrice.
Brenda. So nice to have you guys back with us.
Yeah.
So today we're doing Rhinestone Genie, who I love. I love, love, love their products. And right here I have.
Yes, they're the best.
A box. He has a new box. I think it's on sale this week for, I think I saw it was $29.95 or something. So it's DIY bling.
Oh, I got to get that.
It is so cool. It comes with a vinyl transfer sheet that you can print on or you can write on. Like I'm going to put this through the computer with our BellaCon logo.
Yeah.
And then it comes with, where did I put it? It comes with a pliers. Not pliers, a hole punch. Here it is.
Oh, okay.
Which is the exact size you need for the holes for the rhinestones.
Okay, perfect.
So you punch it all out, and it comes with a package of rhinestones. It comes with, he has a new sweeping pad. It comes with a template for you to try out. And it comes with 2 magnetic sheets. So after you print this off, you cut your shape out and put it on the magnetic sheet. And that's when you punch it. So then you have your own personalized.
Oh.
Ingenious.
That is ingenious.
It comes with 2 vinyl sheets. One has designs printed on it that you can use, or you can print right over this. So I would print right over it myself. So I would have one. But that way you can make your own personalized templates. So I'm going to do this for BellaCon.
That's cool.
Last year I made all the instructors t-shirts, and you know we love bling, so I think I'll do that
That's fun. I did not know about that. So that is fun. I'm going to have to check that out.
Yes.
I'm going to have to get me one of those.
If you use the code Ann Butler, you get 10% off your order.
Oh, cool. So I'm going to do that.
There's that. So today, I told you guys during Lisa's live, I was playing the last couple days, and this is what I created. I don't know if I can get the whole thing in here. So this is what I created. Look at those beautiful colors.
Oh my God.
That is pearls from Amsterdam paints.
Oh.
So I did start the rhinestones, but I didn't want to put too many on because I'm not making a second one of these. But I'm gonna put rhinestones, like I put them up here. I'm gonna put them down here, and then I'm gonna bling up the whole edge there. But see, this is for your glue gun. So your glue gun sits here, and then your glue sits here. You can make these as big or small as you want. You know,
cool
I mean, you can make it much larger, you know, and put scissors and tools in there. But I didn't want it. This is a good size for me. I mean, I have a huge area.
Yeah.
But I only have so much space to have certain things out. But this is so cool. And if you remember, I think last year I created this tile with my watercolors.
Yep.
And so that tile fits perfectly in here. So that's what all of my glue will go on.
Yeah.
And I'll be able to peel it off. And that way I'm keeping this nice. I will put a little bit of glue on to hold it in place. But this was easy to create. I was impressed that, hi, Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay.
I was impressed that wood glue works so well. Who knew?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I have had wood glue for years and years, and I've used it now and again, but I have never glued so many blocks together. And wood glue is thin. I mean, it's not thick, but it held this together so perfectly.
Oh,
like you could leave it plain. I mean, I love it that way too, but I wanted to bling mine up. So all the ones that I saw, I had been seeing these on social for the last month or so. All the ones I saw kept the wood blocks natural.
Oh,
well, I'm going to explain why I painted mine, because there is a reason. And well, besides the fact that I love it, but there is a reason why all the wood blocks are not exactly the same size.
Oh.
So after I had the entire thing together, I'm looking at it and I'm going, oh, there's little holes and little spaces. That was driving me crazy. So just painting it. So I painted the whole thing black, knowing I was going to use the pearls with it. Right. So I painted the whole thing black, but that didn't hide the holes. So then I used a wood putty and filled them.
Oh, okay.
And sanded it. So it was nice. I mean, this doesn't take that long to make. It's so inexpensive because the blocks come from Dollar Tree.
And I
used like 1.5 packages, so less than $2.50 to make this.
Okay, of the jangle.
I'll show them to you. They're the tumbling blocks. They're in the toy the game section.
Okay, gotcha.
So, but all the blocks aren't perfect. So I didn't want all those gaps. So I used wood putty to fill them in, and it just made it so pretty.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Because it would bug me too if I had to.
You know, I mean, if it's in my studio, I want it to look nice. I like nice containers. I like pretty things. Hi, Valerie. You know, so it's just, I love how it turned out. And I did buy 3 packages, not knowing exactly how many I would use, but I do have enough to make another whole
glue gun
holder if I want,
That's
so
pretty cool.
although people are making tons of things out of those little tumbling blocks, but I'm going to show you how to make it.
That's so cool.
And then we're going to bling it up. But
Yeah.
before we do that, I want to remind everybody that we do have the winter issue is out. I know somebody during Lisa's live said they hadn't gotten it. So if you didn't get it, just send us a private message and we'll send you a link so you can grab your copy.
Yep.
Also, we have Periwinkle Pomegranate, which is Tiffany Windsor from Aleene's Tacky Glue. It is her new venture, and we are so excited to be the publisher of that free digital magazine.
Yeah.
It went out to our list. If you did not get it, send us a message. But I will grab the link right now and put it in here. So if you didn't get it, you can check it out here. And there's a place to sign up to have it delivered, because the next issue we are already working on, and it is going to come out. It is the April issue, and it will come out March 1st. Or I'll be traveling. It might come out February 28th. It depends where I am at that time.
Yeah, because you're going to be a traveling girl.
I am looking forward to warmer weather.
Yeah.
But yes, so Lisa, you want to tell them how they can enter this week's giveaway?
Yes, because we love giveaways.
We do.
So Rhinestone Genie is going to be giving a prize away. So if you want to get in on that awesome giveaway, make sure that you like, comment, and share Anne's video here, mine from earlier, and then also we'll put a link in for Rhinestone Genie so you can head over to their website or their Facebook group and give them a like, because we say it all the time, we want to spread the love with our sponsors, because without them we wouldn't be able to do any of the stuff that we do. We could, but it wouldn't be near as fun.
The prizes might not be as wonderful.
Yeah.
So make sure you hashtag Bella Crafts when you do that.
Yes.
And if you're watching on YouTube, Lisa takes all of those hashtag Bella Crafts
yep,
and puts them into the randomizer when she draws the names. So hi, Sylvia. Yes. So yes, you want to make sure that you enter the giveaways each and every week, because we have fabulous sponsors and we are so blessed.
Yes. And because we get the majority of our viewers on replay, we hold the contest open, or the giveaway open, for almost a week. So you have from now until next Tuesday at midnight Central Time to enter for the giveaway. And then it's announced the following day.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
During our next live.
Yes, during our next live. So, you've got plenty of time. So all of you people that are watching us on replay, you're not being left out. You can still get in on the giveaway. So make sure that you hashtag Bella Crafts.
Yes.
And share. You guys, we love it when you share.
It is, because your audience or your friends might not know about us yet.
Exactly.
And we love to share the love, of course.
Yeah.
So I am going to put my camera down.
Okay.
And get started, and we will see how this comes together.
That's just so cool. I haven't seen any of this.
So I have my lights off in my studio, so there won't be a glare, but this is it from the top view. Okay.
That is so cool.
And this is the tile I put in. And I just started adding some of the rhinestones so you can see, because you know the pearlescent paint is sparkly and I love that. But adding the rhinestones just gave me a little extra bling.
Yep.
Now this goes together. I have one of AdTech's cordless glue guns here. So this is a place for your glue gun to always stay up. And like
and ready, because mine's always, like you said, lower. Mine's always laying on the side.
If it's laying down, right. So here is like, this is the Premier glue sticks. So they're clear. And then over on the other side, because I have tons of glue sticks, right? I thought I could put all of my fabric glue sticks so they'd be handy, but yet they would be separate from the other ones. And then I also have lots of the, okay, so these are neon. And then I have glitter ones.
Oh,
so
yes. My gosh.
I could put those on this side. So my glue sticks are handy. My gun is always in that upright position. Is the AdTech glue gun available now? The cordless glue gun is available now. Yes. So this way, everything is together and in one place. I can leave this on one of my workstations. It'll be easy for me to grab, and it will always be in one place. Currently, I have my glue guns and my glue sticks all in a drawer, which is fine because I know where it is. It's handy. But this way, when I'm using it, I have this tile for the drip area. And I just love it. So I can't take the credit for this. I saw it on social on dozens of people's pages, but I did change it up. I made it the way I wanted to. You can make it any way you want. I'm going to show you how to make it. So I'm going to move mine out of the way. And I'm going to put one of my craft mats down. It is, you know, like it has a little stain on it. Sorry about that. So I want to show you. These are the blocks that I got from Dollar Tree. So they're the Tumbling Tower game. So it is in the toy section of Dollar Tree. Cost $1.25. Very inexpensive. I used a package and about a quarter for the one I created. So these are the blocks you need. And this is what they look like. They come in this package. And they just, it's like Jenga, like when you put all the blocks together and you pull them out, which this would be really cool to make into a game and make all of these different colors.
Oh, yeah. And you could bling those up too.
Well, not if you're sticking them on top of each other, but you could bling the ends of it. Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
So as I said, all of these blocks are not like perfectly sized, which is why I decided to paint mine. Well, I was going to paint it anyhow, but which is why I used the wood filler. So what I used is I used Gorilla wood glue. Elmer's makes a wood glue. A lot of places make a wood glue. This is what I happen to have in my studio. And I used just a craft stick. And okay, so like this does come with a really cool top that, and it'll squeeze out nice and thin. But I have always taken the tops off my glue bottles and used a stick. It's just the way I have always done it. So my particular glue gun holder is 6 tiles wide. So I grab 6 tiles and I do kind of make sure they're all about the same size. Some of them are perfectly the same size and some aren't. Some are a little tiny bit higher. You'll see when I show you a close-up of my finished one. So all you need to do is, you don't even need a lot of wood glue, which was surprising to me. So you put this on, I put it on one side. Like this has a funky end right there. It has little divots and stuff. So I'm going to turn that over so I have a nicer edge. And I just push. And as I push, I come in and make sure that it's straight, or as straight as can be. And I just pick the whole block section up until I have about 4 or 5 on. Then I pick up the last block by itself because it's easier. Now this one, okay, so like if a little tiny bit of glue comes out there, that's fine. Just use your finger and wipe it in. I don't know if you can tell, but this one, it is raised just a little tiny bit. That's not going to bother me so much as when there's like a big space. But it didn't even take that long for these to set up. I was quite happy with it, with how quickly it went together. And I think I saw that Brenda said these wood blocks are good for so many things. It's true. I have seen like a nativity made out of it. I have seen Christmas trees made out of it. This is a good product to buy for kids' crafts. You know, I mean, there's just so many things you can do with it. So that would be one section. I've got another section here already made. Okay. And okay, see, you can tell, like if you look at that, this is that much longer than this one. That would drive me nuts. But yeah. And they both have 6 tiles. So I'm going to move this one aside because I do believe that this one was closer. So like when you look at this, when you put these together, you can tell that there's going to be gaps. Like you can see those gaps, right? When you glue it together, there's those big gaps. So I sit and play with it. Okay, that looks much better if I glue it with those 2 sides. But like if I glue it with this side, look at that gap. And see how much bigger that is? So you just got to play with it. But those 2, that looks good. And then I just, like I said, I just put this wood glue on one side. I don't even, lots of times when I'm doing stuff, I'll use a glue gun for instant hold and then another glue for long lasting hold. But with this, I didn't have to. So I'm going to put that together like that. Now this, I'm going to bring in mine again. Take the tile up so it's not quite so heavy. I'm going to take the glue sticks out so that I can show you exactly what I did. Set those off to the side. So like right here, this section is this right here. Okay. So then I took another couple blocks and put them up. Put those, okay, this one's really thick. So you just got to play with them. Both of those are thick. I'll use both of those. So I took and glued that. That's this piece right here. So we're going to do that real quick. I'm going to glue on this piece because you're only gluing part of this on, and part of it you don't want the glue on there. But I will put glue on this end. So that that all comes together like that. So that's the beginning of your piece. And then I took and put one piece right on top, right there. And that kind of holds the nozzle, and the handle of the glue gun is here, and it holds the nozzle over the edge. And I just eyeball it and put it in the center of those two. And then a little tiny bit of glue came out, so I just wiped that up. Now, knowing how inexpensive these are, that's where you just have to deal with the fact that you get some of these gaps. Now, I took two of these to make the holder so the glue gun doesn't tip over. Depending upon your glue gun, you might want to go too high, like that. I found, because I'm using a mini glue gun, one high was just fine. So when I glued these down, let me make sure I have two that I want to use, because these ones won't matter as much because they're standalone. Yeah, we'll use those two. So just put some of your wood glue down on that. And some of these have a rougher side and the smoother side. This side I could see was rough when I did that. So here I put it in the center of the two 6-inch sections, and I put it two in. So I put it like on that seam and in the center. And just hold that in place. And then same on this side, two in and in the center. Now you want to make sure your glue gun's going to fit in here before you do that. But because I'm using a mini one, if you're using a bigger glue gun, you might have to come out a little bit on each side. And that's when you might want to make it too high. So you make it according to what you want. So this right here is this first section. Let me see if I can get all of that in there. Is this first section. And then you make another section with 6. 2 sections with 6. So this would glue onto this. I'm not going to put the whole thing together, but I want to show you how I created it. And you would glue all that together. And you could quite easily just stop there and not put this container on there. You don't have to make the whole thing. This would hold your glue gun nicely, but I like the fact that I had a place to put all of my glue sticks. So once I did that, I want to show you from the back side. So this is the 2 sections of 6, and then this is the dividing piece right here, and then the 2 sections of 6. And then I laid 2 of these flat. That one's a little high. I laid 2 of these flat because I knew that I was going to use this tile. If you found something different that you were going to use, you might not need these 2 sections. But because my tile was going to take up all of that, I needed to add these 2 flat sections before I created my box. Okay, so depending upon what you're going to use in here, and you can just you can cut a piece of your craft sheet and put in there. You can just put some aluminum foil in there, something to catch the glue that you can, like foil, you could just throw away. A craft sheet, you could peel it off. On this tile, I'll be able to take it off easily. So you just want something so it's not all over the wood. And then to make the box, I went up 4 high. So I made these 4 high, and I started like this. And then on the side, again, I did another section of 6 so that I had something to put the sides of my box on, right? So if you have another section of 6, so what you can do is you can make 6 sections of 6 and then put those together and put these in between. But this back part is what I built the box on, and I went 4 high all the way around. And then inside, I went 4 high so I'd have a divider. Okay? And then I just let the whole thing sit and dry. I let it dry overnight. It was together within an hour, and I could have done something with it, but I let it totally set up. Now I want to show you on this one where I can see, see right there, you can see it's the back end, so I'm okay with it. But how thick this one wood block was and thin that one was. But let me see if I can find, like, there were gaps in this part in the box especially, and that's where I just took some wood filler I got at like Home Depot, and I have had this stuff in my craft room for years, and every time I open it I think, oh, it's no good. It doesn't look like it's any good because it always looks like it's all dried up. But if you come in here and just start moving it around, this is what I took, and I just smooshed it onto my wood and pushed it into the crevices that were open. I let that dry, and then I sanded it down. So then it filled up the gaps enough to where I was happy with it. So then I painted the entire thing black. Yes, Deborah, this would be a cute thing to make for crafty kit friends that really don't need anything, right? So I painted the entire thing black, and when that dried, I knew that I wanted to use some of this Amsterdam pearls on here. And when I first started putting the pearls on, I thought, I think I'll use the yellow because my craft room is yellow, and then that will go really nicely in my craft room. But as I was doing it, I thought, no, I want lots of those colors. I chose 3. I chose the yellow, the pearl red, and the pearl green. This comes with 6, but I chose those 3. And I want to show you on the back side. I just took and put, I'll do this little section. I just took and put little pieces of it down. And you don't need a lot because I'm kind of dry brushing it on here. Oops. Actually, that the brush I used was just in water. I'm going to grab another one. I'm going to grab another one that's dry. So I have the 2 colors on there, and I just put it in spots. And then I just came in, and I'm okay that they mix together because I think that these pearlescent paints, they are so beautiful that when they mix together, I think it's gorgeous. And then I can go back and look and go, oh, I need a little bit more of something. You can't see, like I see that red show up really pretty. Like if I do it like that, you can see it. But these paints over black are so pretty. And it doesn't take much to add that color. So you could go one solid color, but I like having the variety. And just blending those colors together, I think is just scrumptious. It looks, so I went in one direction. Now I'm going in the other direction to just kind of blend it a little bit more. But look at how pretty that is. I just love these. I'm just going to go ahead and finish this because I just have this little section left. And that way the bottom is all done. But a little bit of the pearls and the metallics from Amsterdam goes a long ways. And over the black, it's just beautiful. It's pretty over white too. And this right here is already dry. I'm going to give that a second to dry. I'm going to put my brush in some water. And then I'm going to show you how easy it is to add the rhinestones. Now, you may like it just like this with no rhinestones, but I wanted to bling it up just a little bit more. So I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to move all of these tumbling blocks out of the way. I got a lot going on here in this little tiny space. And then I'm going to show you. So the templates I've done with Rhinestone Genie are, of course, the 1-inch squares and tries, which go with my Stamps with Unity, so they fit them perfectly. And the 2-inch squares and tries. And then I have the circles, the squares, the ovals, the tags, my favorite, and the rectangles. So today I am using the rectangles and this filled in triangle from the 2-inch squares and tries. So for this, you need a cookie sheet, an aluminum cookie sheet, and you need rhinestones and templates. So this particular template actually fit perfectly. I'll show you on 3 sides. Up at the top perfectly on 3 sides. But I wanted to make sure I could get that line straight. I'm missing a rhinestone. I'll have to fix that. I wanted to make sure I got that line straight. So instead, I decided to do one line of this smaller rectangle. And to do this, now I have a big thing of rhinestones because I use them so much. So I just shake them out. And Brenda, I like the pearlescent paint. That and the metallics, they are just my favorite. So you pour these out and you rub. If you miss one, you rub harder than you think you would. Like when I first was doing this, I was trying to pat. No, you want to rub because the rubbing motion is what makes those rhinestones flip just like magic. It always amazes me, like Lisa said, it just amazes her too, that all of those rhinestones go in there and then they flip up the right way. Now, one is missing right there. So once you have them all set and you're missing one, you just pour a bunch over it. And that's when you might be a little bit more gentle to get those in, because if you're rough after you have them all in there, then they might start moving around and you don't want that. There we go. And the reason why I didn't use the big rectangle, even though it would fit on 3 sides, I wanted to make sure I had a nice straight line. So after I put them all in here, I come up from the top and I just kind of push them all down. That way I know that they're nice and straight. And move all the excess out of the way. Otherwise you'll be picking those up too and you'll have a mess. You don't want to do that. So then I cut some of my iron-on transfer tape in a smaller size to fit these. And when you do this, you just want to commit to it. You don't want to go down hesitantly because when you get close, they might attach and then you have a mess. So you just take it and you just put it down. Just know that it's going to work. You just have to kind of trust it. And then you can use your fingers or you can use your brush. You can do both. I like to kind of do both. And then you're going to come up at one corner and you're going to peel slowly away. This way you make sure you get them all. Like that one did not come up. You're able to put it back down and grab that. And you can see that they're all coming up and you have them in place. Now you can take this and go right to wherever you're going to put it, or you can put it back onto your sheet until you're ready. Because I did 4 of these, I put them all on a sheet until I was ready. move this out of the way. Actually, I'm going to put it on the floor so that I don't spill it accidentally. And I also did some of these, so for the corners. Now, right there, I said I was missing one. I know that when I used this, it was one too long, so I can just take it off of this one. And I can just place that exactly where I want it. And the cool thing is that these rhinestones work on fabric, paper, wood. I mean, they work on everything. So I put that in place, and I'm just going to take my iron and I'm just going to press that area. Now with this, it is a little higher in some areas, or it may be. So make sure you have it flat. And you don't want to be moving your iron back and forth. If you move your iron back and forth, as that glue from underneath the rhinestone heats up, if you're moving it, you're going to be sliding those rhinestones back and forth, and you don't want to do that. You just hold it in place, and then you let up. Now, if you accidentally moved a rhinestone when it's hot like that, you're able to take your finger and just push it into place if you need to. Now this one, let me see if I want to do this side first or this side. See, because this side, it's much longer. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this side. And get that under there so you can see it. Get those blocks out of the way. So I want to line it up nicely. And this is adhesive, so you're able to press it onto the wood. I'm going to take this one off because I know that's where I want it to stop. But you're able, it'll kind of stay in place for you, which is nice. And then you're just going to take your iron and hold it in place. Now I can feel that this wood is not perfectly flat. So I'm going to hold it in place for a little bit, and then I'm going to move it. When you are working with paper, you hold it for about 15 seconds to 20 seconds. You got to test your paper. All paper is different. But when you're working with fabric, you hold it for about 30 to 40 seconds. And wood, I would say about 20 to 30 seconds is good. Okay, see, two of those moved because it's uneven. But if I pull it up, I am able to move these into place because they're still so warm. I can move them into place, except that one that doesn't want to move. There we go. See, because they did move slightly. And that's because this isn't totally flat. There we go. So then I'm going to just take and put the ones that didn't stay, because the wood, like I said, is not totally flat. And I'm going to just put those exactly where I want them. This one I want to move just a little bit. There we go. And when I heat this up, I'll be able to move those couple that I want moved a little bit more. That's what's nice about them being adhesive, and you do it with heat. Like that one is up too high. I want to pull that back. So I'm first going to hold this right here. in place. And then I'm going to move over here. And if you want, because it's hot and movable, then you're able to move those exactly where you want them. Actually, I want 2 there. And this does work perfectly, except because this isn't a flat surface, it makes it a little more challenging, but it can all be a workaround. Like, there you go. So I'm going to set that right there. The only reason I still own an iron is for crafting purposes. Yes, Amy. I don't know a lot of people that iron anymore. I mean, so many of the clothes nowadays, you wash them. Like, I hang all my clothes, so then you don't have to iron them. Very few times do I iron. There. This one is warm, so I can move that one back. It is because it's not so flat, but that's how you bling it up. I'm going to show you down here on this side. One of the triangles, because that's much more flat. And I'm going to just put it right up here. Try to get it like that one, like that. Put it just in place. They are flatter on this side than they are up on the top. Amy doesn't dry her clothes anymore either. Yeah, I don't. I hang everything. Well, we're all like-minded in that we have our irons for crafting. I have a lot of like saran wrap and that kind of stuff, freezer paper, all in my craft room. So if I need it for the kitchen, I'll come in here and get it. But otherwise, it stays in my craft room. Okay, so come on. Let me hold just right up at that top edge. These little tiny irons are nice because they fit great for your craft purposes. The iron just came back on. There we go. So there. Isn't that fun? So fun. So I'll make 3 more of these so I can do each side, and then 3 more on the other side. So I'll do 6 more of these. I'll share it with you guys after after I'm all done. I can see right here, one of the rhinestones came off here. And that has nothing to do with the rhinestones not that it's not working. It has to do with the fact that the wood is uneven. So I put one right in its place, and I'm just going to hold this for a few seconds. I hope you guys like this project. I mean, it is something different, but definitely something crafty and a great addition to your craft room.
I love it. I just love it.
I love it too.
It's such a cool idea.
It is, and those blocks are inexpensive. It's easy to use. It's easy to do. The wood glue, I mean, like I said, I've had that wood glue for years and years and years. And a little goes a long ways.
Yep.
Yes, and it's something useful, Brenda. That's true. I mean, the fact that it's something you can use in your craft room is awesome.
Ugh.
So that's it for this week. We will be back next week with 2 more Facebook Lives. We hope that you all join us. And that you
and tell your friends.
Like, comment, and share to be entered for the Rhinestone Genie giveaway. And what else? Make sure you check out Tiffany's new magazine.
Yep. Put the your name in capitals on Rhinestone Genie's. I'm not even on.
For 10% off. Yes.
Yeah.
And Linda, you said Amy said your husband and you could collaborate.
There we go.
To make one of these. Yes. And if you did that, you wouldn't need all the Jenga blocks. I mean, you could use a nice big solid piece of wood and just the little Jenga blocks to make your holder and your nozzle holder. Otherwise, this could be one solid piece of wood, so
that's what I thought originally that it was just one solid piece, and then you built the side pieces and then the box for accessories with the
it would be much flatter and the rhinestones would stick so much better if it was nice and flat, instead of like I showed you, the gaps and the little quirks that these blocks have. But if you want to make something really inexpensive and have a useful item in your craft room, it's something easy to do. And you can
sandpaper too, Anne. You could, if it's bugging you that bad, you could sandpaper.
Well, you could, if you
want.
But if you want. But this, like I said, I just used a tile that I had created from another live a long time ago. And just easy.
Yep. And who wouldn't want to have a sunflower staring up at you from your glue gun holder? I mean, come on, man. That would make me smile every time I pick my glue gun up.
Well, it is nice to use some of the things that you've created.
Yeah, and
it is not always
definitely. Definitely.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Linda. Your husband made me one many years ago. Yours is awesome. Yes, thank you. Hi, Karen. Yes, watch Karen.
Oh, yep.
So that is it for us today. We will be back next week with 2 more crafty lives.
Yep.
Karen was the winner of the Artistry. You're welcome, Karen. We are so happy that you won that, and we can't wait to see what you create.
Yes.
Share it in our group. Because we love to see what everybody's doing. We need more of you to share what you're doing so we can ooh and ah over all of your stuff too.
Yeah.
Yes. But until next week, take a little time to craft.
That's right.
Because it's good for your soul. Okay.
We will
see you next week. And until then, we'll see you online.
That's right.